What's going on, my people? Welcome on into the Tuesday edition here of the Payoff Pitch. I'm, of course, Jason. He's, of course, the Hockey Squirrel. We're coming at you live by BetUS. You guys know that. Hell, we're 5 months into betting the MLB season. It's time to get goofy. It's time to get silly on this fine Tuesday. What's up, Squirrel? What's going on, man? How you doing?
How's it going, dude?
I mean, literally, we've been betting this same stuff for 5 days. You know what I was telling my friend the other day? You know what I was telling my friend?
What?
We were talking yesterday, or maybe it was 2 days ago. Like, you and I, we've both been profitable in this MLB season and wanted to keep, obviously, humming along. But it just feels like, I'm just like, can we just have the NFL? Like, can we have the things that I actually, like, want to watch? You know what I mean? Like,
You
turning
mean
a
the
profit in
NHL?
baseball, but I'm not watching any baseball, right? It's not like 3-4 nights out of the week I'm flipping on the TV and, running to watch a baseball game. But I cannot wait to watch the NFL. I got teased a little bit. We already got the Premier League back and other European soccer leagues. So I got a little bit of my love back. I just need the NFL. Like 3 weeks. What is it? 3 weeks? Can it just be here already? Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, I
Can it
think
just be here?
you mean the NHL is what you meant to say there.
NHL. All right, Squirrel's ready for the NHL. So we both get it back same time, right? You keep pumping this October or February or
24th.
September 15th date down my throat.
Yeah.
That is what it is, right? God, I feel good.
Yeah,
today.
I thought it was the 15th. I swear I thought it was 15th, and then I looked and the official NHL thing says September 24th. So they made it even longer of a wait for me.
Fuck, you know what that means? You know what that means? Sounds like 9 more free days of Hockey Squirrel picks that you didn't account for. So give me 9 more free days of Hockey Squirrel picks. That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
It is like that, man. So yeah, dude, I got like a million tabs open. You ever just sit there with a million tabs open on your computer and you're just trying to flip back and forth, and I feel all over the place, like fairly unprepared today, It's not really like me, but
Baseball, by far, you have the most tabs open in your browsers when you're researching baseball.
oh god.
I mean,
Well,
pitching,
not only
the
are there a
hitting,
ton of games, but
the
I know.
games,
You
everything.
got which handedness, and then a tab for the weather, and a tab for your systems, and a tab for the money distribution, tab for dude. It's just like ridiculous, man. Yep, I'm all over the place. So why don't you start us off today with a game that you like?
Let's keep this train going. We both turned a little bit of profit yesterday. Yesterday. Love to see that. All right. Squirrel says, let's get this train going. Let's do it. Let's light up the Around the Bases tab there on the left-hand side. What are we doing around the bases? We'll each take a couple of games. We'll break them down for you, and then we'll provide you a pick along the way. Let's jump with my first Around the Bases game. I've got a parlay for you. It's coming right out of the gates with a parlay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not even waiting until the 8th inning, huh?
And by the way, I did not say it, and I have to say it every time because I love you guys. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Yeah.
All right. First game, Mets F5 team total over 1.5 runs. Are you kidding me? They're giving me this at 1.5 runs. We know how hot the Mets are. That's why we cashed that F5 over yesterday in terms of justifying taking it. Now, the Mets didn't contribute all that much, but we still like this Mets offense. They're really hot. They're going up against Charlie Morton. They've already tagged him twice this season for 4 runs and 5 runs. We're just asking for 2, but that is super, super juicy. So I needed something to reduce the juice on that play. So I went right to this Rockies versus Cardinals game. 2 left-handed pitchers on the mound. One of them in Freeland that was involved in this series just 5 days ago. Rockies, 3rd best batting average versus left-handers. Cardinals, 9th best batting average versus left-handers. I mean, these 2 teams are just crushed left-handers. So I just took that total and teased it down. So do I need to justify when the juice is minus 585? No, it's just a juice reducer leg of the parlay. So do that Mets F5 team total over 1.5 runs and add in that Rockies Cardinals over 4.5 runs, and you can get that at minus 128. That's how I'll lead off this show. What's a game you want to talk about, Squirrel?
In terms of pitching, the first thing that kind of caught my eye for a total, which I don't normally play a lot of totals, yesterday I had a Phillies Reds over, and it was looking good there for a while. Oh, I threw away my other hat. I had another goofy hat I was going to put on, too. Maybe I'll grab it in just a minute.
You got time. We're going to be hanging for 30.
All right. Well, the thing that kind of caught my eye was this Patrick Corbin game here, you see, with his 7 ERA and the terrible Washington Nationals. I was thinking an over in this Justin Steele versus Patrick Corbin game with the Cubs and the Nationals. I checked the money distribution, and it is all over the over. Wind, not really much of a factor with 4 or 5 miles an hour kind of blowing a little bit to the left field there, but it is something that interests me at least at 8.5. Let's see if the game has moved at all. Open at 8.5, still is at 8.5. Grabbing 80% of the money on the over, though. Is that something that you would also agree with a Patrick Corbin 4-16 overall record?
You know what? I love that you bring the money to this show. I've talked about that. It's not a part of my handicapping, but it is a part of other people's handicapping. And I just always love that angle. I didn't need you to tell me the public was betting the over in a Patrick Corbin game. I mean, that's like,
The
water.
public actually
water
is not.
wet. Is water wet? Yeah, the public's on the over in a Patrick Corbin game. Of course they are.
It's not. It's not, though. The reason is because the tickets or the amount of bets are separate from the amount of dollars, right?
Right.
So I'm seeing only around 33% of the people, the actual bets on the over, but 80% of the money.
Yeah.
So the actual dollars is, to me, more important than the amount of people. So the public, I guess, the amount of tickets at this point in time at 10:30 in the morning Central is on the under. That could change. It shifts, from yesterday to overnight this morning and closer to game time. Likely more bets will come in on the over, I would have to think. But Patrick Corbin himself, in his last, 5 or 6 games, has given up 4 runs, 6 runs, 5 runs, 6 runs, 4 runs, 6 runs. We're looking at over 8.5 here. This dude is giving up. I mean, damn. The last game he played was the Phillies. He gave up 5 hits, 6 runs in the first 2 outs of the game.
Yeah, we cashed it at 5 team total.
We're looking at right, and we're looking at over 8.5. I will absolutely hop on that, and that will be my first play.
I like the over. I like the F5 over more. I like that. I mean, just look at that Phillies Reds, right? Runs dried up when the bullpens came on. It's hard to hit bullpen. So, but no, I like that over. Let's jump into my second game here and around the bases. Pull up my notes here. What about Guardians Tigers? What about an F5 over 4.5 runs at plus 106? Guardians, Tigers, F5, plus 106. This is just more of a system play for me, to be quite honest, because we get a rematch of pitchers with Hill and Plesac on the mound, who just went at it 5 days ago. They've kind of been going at it all season long because they're AL Central foes, but obviously super, super recent. These two guys just went at it. Guardians' offense is top 10 versus right-handed pitchers. We know the Tigers' offense isn't great versus right-handers, but it is climbing up. Now they're the top half of the bottom 10 as opposed to the bottom of the bottom 10. So the Tigers' offense, that's coming up. Guardians' offense, we absolutely love, whether it's right-handers or left-handers, and a lot of familiarity. Obviously, these clubs just went at it 5, 6, 7 days ago, whatever it was. So I'm going to take a chance. This is more of a system play at plus money. I'll take a chance. I'll go ahead and back this F5 over 4.5 at plus 106. All right, let's keep this train moving. Shut up and pitch now. That's what we do here in the third inning. We'll try and give these guys some pitching props. We got 2 cash cows on the mound today. Do you know who those cash cows are, Squirrel? 2 of them.
Mitch Keller. I don't know.
Mitch Keller.
And
Zach Greinke, dog. Zach Greinke's on the mound. It's like
okay.
It's
50% is better than 0%. I did okay.
All right, you got any pitching props, or you want me to jump into them?
Go ahead and start, dude.
All right, Zach Greinke. What about under 3.5 Ks at plus 101? Zach Greinke under 3.5 Ks at plus 101. It's cashed in 11 of his 19 starts, including 2 starts this season versus the Twins. It's 2 for 2 and cashing against these Twins. These Twins are really good, obviously, versus right-handed pitching, left-handed pitching. They're really good in their own right. But from a K perspective, they've got the 8th best K percentage versus right-handed pitching, only 19.5%. They're going to bring a bit of middle of the pack, numbers from an offensive standpoint, average on-base slugging and on-base plus slugging versus right-handers. But again, a lot of familiarity with Greinke. Already cashed this one twice. Going to go ahead and give me under 3.5. Yeah. Most he's gotten versus the Twins this season is 2. So he can be a little bit better, and we still get a cash. I'm expecting it to be a rough day. I got off his under 1.5 walks, which has been really, obviously, incredible to us. I like his strikeouts. I like that one more at a little bit plus money. So that'll be one. Another pitching prop that I like. How about Kyle Gibson? Boy, the Reds just continue to struggle. You can take him either way. You can either do his strikeout prop or you can do his out props. I see him going 6 strong. He's had a nice run recently of going 6 strong in several outings. Reds just continue to struggle. So I like that. And then the other one, folks, I need your help through the rest of this show. How are we going to bet our cash cow, Mitch Keller? I always talk about sitting in this chair and not putting out bets that are like reaches and throwing shit on the wall to see what sticks. I like research based. I like trends. I like analysis. I got nothing for Mitch Keller. His pitching prop number from a K perspective is at 3.5. Red Sox aren't terrible at striking out. They're, back to about middle of the pack in hitting. His hits allowed is at 5.5. That's always a tough number because this guy can't find the strike zone. He can rack up walks at times. You could take a chance on the Red Sox F5 team total, but they're not crushing right-handers. I don't know. I'm a little undecided on what to do to Mitch Keller. So if you got any suggestions on how we should bet the cash cow today, now be heard. Let yourself be heard. I want to work in a bet by the end of this show.
Not to be this guy,
Twitter. Got to do it. What?
Not to be this guy, but you don't have to.
What?
You could just
I don't have to. 18 starts. We got 15 cashes and 18 starts. That guy, I'm willing to throw it on this wall and see if it'll stick. Not many players I'm willing to do that, but Mitch Keller, I'm going to throw something against this wall and see if it'll stick.
All right. Well, you know what? Do go ahead and do that. How about a high prop line of
I like this. We got Hunter saying, I'm going to look this up while you're speaking. Go for it.
The guy named Robbie Ray.
What about
you know
him?
What I'm saying? What about him, dude? His strikeout prop all the way up at 7.5, but he just got 10 strikeouts against the same team, LA Angels, who on the season are the number 1 strikeout team, and in the last 2 weeks, the number 5 strikeout team with like 26%, 28%, something crazy, something ridiculous. It's up there. They can't hit nothing. And apparently they can't throw anything either, and they can't catch anything. Do you see the 9th inning yesterday of the LA Angels game or no?
I saw a nice call on you taking that Mariners money line yesterday.
God. Oh, did you see? It was some of the weirdest plays I think I've ever seen. Not ever, maybe ever, but it was up there. It was up there. We'll say this season, probably one of the strangest plays I've seen. I don't know if you happen to catch like how weird it went. Batter hits the ball to like second base. There's a guy on third. He threw home, and then there was like hesitation. Nobody knew what was going on. They were just throwing the ball all over the diamond. Everyone ended up being safe. It was just, oh my god, dude! That was a hell of a 9th inning. So
nice.
If you haven't seen the highlights, definitely go back watch those on YouTube. They were something to see. But I would take a Robbie Ray over the 7.5 strikeouts. I know it sounds very high, but it's set there for a reason, and he just did them in for 10 strikeouts on August 5th. So the only downside maybe being some familiarity with, just seeing him, but I think he's good enough to do it again.
All right, so you like Robbie Ray. All right, let's keep this train moving. We call it 4th inning. We'll give you guys some long shots. There's some dogs out there that we think have some bark to it. Oh. Anybody say Orioles? Did anybody say the Orioles? I said the Orioles yesterday. I mean, why not say the Orioles again today? I'll say it again. Do they going to win today? No, but if you just bet the Orioles every single day, we know you'll turn a nice profit. Can they beat Alek Manoah? Sure they can, because this Blue Jays offense is terrible. This Orioles offense is way better than this Blue Jays offense. Quit reading into the names of the back of these jerseys with the Blue Jays. How many times are these Blue Jays going to screw you guys over and you're going to keep betting into the Blue Jays?
Same with the Yankees.
So if you're not willing to take the Orioles, just don't bet on the Blue Jays. It's just a stay away game. So, okay, I think the Orioles are a good long shot today. What about the Tampa Bay Rays? Yankees still can't hit their way out of a wet paper bag. Got 2 left-handers on the mound. Tampa Bay Rays had better numbers versus left-handed pitching, so I would say certainly look at the Rays today. And what about the Mets? They've still got the advantages we talked about yesterday. It didn't work out. Okay, they're not going to win every game, but they have these same advantages that we talked about yesterday. They've got them today. So Orioles, Rays, Mets, I think are 3 best dogs today.
I had mentioned the Rays yesterday. I think I would mention the Rays again today. Plus 140, is that the line roughly right now? Something like that? I think
that's what it was.
I want to know because it matters to me. But I have a 44.5% underdog system. So on the year, it's 98 wins, 122 losses. Would give you an average line of 149, plus 149. ROI, return on investment, 10.5% for $2,300. And this line is somewhere around plus 140. So in the ballpark of roughly plus 145 at DraftKings at the moment. Cool. And how many times are the Yankees going to let you down? Much like what you were saying with the Blue Jays, right? They're just going through a rough patch right now. Yes, it's Nestor Cortez, but
he's cooled off.
Yeah, shave the mustache. Try something new, dude.
It's okay to like a team in the Yankees, but you don't need to bet them when they're on a cold streak, right? Like, literally, I can pull up the stats and give you the exact numbers. They can't hit right-handers, can't hit left-handers, can't hit anything right now. So just wait for them to come hot again, and then you can, ride that money train again. But, yeah, don't bet the classic. Either bet the Rays or don't bet the Yankees.
Right. Ooh.
All right, so that's your long shot.
Okay.
You're going with Rays?
Yeah, there's another 45% system at 8% ROI. Mine's at 10.5 with 45.5% or 44.5, something like that. I'll go with the Rays there on the money line.
All right, let's go to fifth inning now. We call it keep swinging. We'll give you guys some hitting props. I got to put back on the shades for like the fifth time this show because I'm hot on this segment. Like, I'm talking hot. Cashed another one yesterday with Jose Ramirez and Polanco. I'm going to do you guys another solid. I'm not going to bet it because when I bet it, these bets do not cash. So I'm not going to bet it. You guys sit back and collect the money. This one comes in at plus 125. It's Charlie Blackmon of the Rockies. Correlate him with J.P. Crawford of the Mariners. One guy's 9 for 16 versus Quintana. The other guy's 6 for 15 versus Suarez. Yeah, crushing these starters. So give me Blackmon, give me Crawford there. The Rockies and Mariners plus 125 for over 0.5 hits parlay. You're welcome, fellas. I'm not betting it.
Man, I don't know where he is in the props or if he's just not playing today.
Hey, speaking of which, hold on. What'd your boy Choi do yesterday? Did he do anything against Garrett Cole? Was he part of those 3 or 4 runs? Let me look it up. See what Choi did yesterday. Did Choi do anything for the people? Did he come through? 1 for 4. All right, he went 1 for 4. Not bad. Was it a double? What was it? No, it was not. It's just good old 1 for 4. You said give him a hit.
Yeah.
You said drop him in a pen to get a hit. He got a hit.
Yeah. He got it?
Yeah, he got it. 1 for 4.
Sweet. Good stuff. Were you talking about J.P. Crawford? I was looking at my one of my newly favorited Twins players that I don't think is actually in the lineup today, which is making me sad now. I was gonna go against Zach Greinke with my boy Gio Urshela of the Twins. I really like him, but I don't see that he's even in the lineup, so that makes me sad and kind of pops my balloon here. But I do like J.P. Crawford if that was one of your... I think you just gave out J.P. Crawford, right?
I saw Urshela on the same website you saw. He wasn't a projected starter. But that being said, I'm not showing him injured. With the numbers he has against Greinke, if that manager wakes up today and looks at the stats, he should throw Urshela in the lineup. Like, are you kidding me? Crushes Greinke.
Yeah. No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
So we'll see. See if he makes the lineup.
So if he's in the game, take a look for Gio.
And I would swap out Gio for Crawford. If you want to do like, let's say, one of Squirrel's and one of mine's. Keep Blackmon in there, but swap out Crawford for Urshela.
Okay.
I was going to tell everybody, what's the name of this Twitter hashtag? Let me look it up real quick. If you want to know a good Twitter handle to follow for projected lineups, it's at Fantasy Labs MLB. At Fantasy Labs MLB. Great Twitter handle to get starting lineups as soon as they're announced. So there you go for that one. All right,
Did you hear me search it? Did you hear me search it real quick?
Yeah.
Did you hear me search?
Yeah, I heard you
search it up.
Okay, all right, sixth inning now. We call it a steal. We got to give these guys a steal today. Steal.
Yeah.
You got one? You got one?
I'm going to say, to be honest, you know what this is?
I don't know. Your green screen's not working. Was that a trash can?
Okay. It is a trash can. We're going to bang on some trash cans today. Houston Astros, I think I'll take as an away favorite, as a small away favorite. Here's something that might normally scare me, is that the line has come down from a minus 140, roughly, to a minus 125. But this has happened multiple times this year. It has scared me off of that particular side, and I take the other side just to find out I shouldn't have gone on. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many mind games in sports betting, so many traps that you can either fall into or you avoid a certain team because something looks a little weird. I think I'm not going to let that particular fact sway me when, at least to pique my interest, I was looking at a 63.6. We'll just round up. We'll call it 64% system on this year anyway. And that does fall on the Houston Astros, right?
Yeah.
And you're finding a lot of the public on the Astros, and the line is falling. So that, to me, would be normally what I would call a reverse line move. But I do remember you saying something about the White Sox bullpen not being the greatest of bullpens. So
Right.
as you get in the back half of that game, I think your advantage may be in the bullpen of the Houston Astros versus the White Sox. But in terms of starting pitching, I don't find really an edge between Verlander, who has great numbers, and Dylan Cease, who has great numbers, at least in terms of a win and loss record, and ERA for that matter. So it's fairly standoffish to start the game. I just think in the back half, if somebody's going to blow it, it would most likely be the White Sox bullpen against the Astros, who have incredible hitters all around, really. So at a 125, when I'm seeing a 64% win rate systematically, yes, there's some weirdness in how the line is moving, but due to that line now being lower at minus 120, it feels like one of those too good to be true type deals. I can see. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the stab. I mean, if we're gonna call it a steal, I think for the value, it's getting a little too good.
All right, I'm glad you brought this game up, Astros White Sox. I wanted to talk about this one. Obviously, people like to know I like to give out a NRFI. That's an obvious one, right? You got the number one Cy Young, or you got the number one guy in ERA against the number two guy in ERA. Both of these pitchers, in building up to this game, have talked about how, you're not going to win or lose the Cy Young tonight in this game, but when you're on the same mound in a head-to-head battle, like, you can go a long way and, staking claim to that Cy Young. So this is an obvious NRFI. I'm not even really going to talk about it. I will say in this game, though, it smells like an under. Like we talked yesterday, Padres, Marlins. I leaned Padres, but I told you I leaned the under a lot more. Like, this feels like that game. Like, why are we trying to pick a winner? Just take the under. These pitchers want to absolutely outduel the other one so they can win that Cy Young. I like everything about that.
So do you enjoy the thought of a first 5 under better than the full game, I would have to think, right?
The only thing that's a little scary is Verlander got touched up by the White Sox earlier this season, and Cease faced the Astros 3 times last season and got touched up in all 3 of those. Now, they're obviously pitching really stinking good. Again, they're leading 2 candidates for the Cy Young. Yeah, I would always gravitate towards an F5 under. So I like the under. Where am I going, though, for my NRFIs today? How about Padres Marlins? Go right back to that well. Nice 2-winner cash yesterday. Not going to be a 2-unit play today. I think if you play it, you just do it at 1 unit. But I like it. Obviously, Manea's on the mound. Cabrera's on the mound. Both of them have good starters. We know these offenses are bad, generally speaking, in the first inning. So love the NRFI and Padres Marlins. And another one I like is Rays Yankees. I like Rays Yankees. I'm not scared of this Yankees lineup. I'll fade them when they're struggling. You've got Cortez on the mound, good numbers in the first inning. You got Springs on the mound there for the Rays, good numbers in the first inning. So I think those are your 2 best NRFIs of the day, ignoring the obvious one there of Astros White Sox. It's Padres Marlins, and it's Rays Yankees. I think it's like minus 130 and minus 135, if I recall correctly, for those 2 NRFIs. And then we got Hunter coming in here with a great comment in the chat, trying to look at a way to bet Mitch Keller. He says, what about a NRFI there in Red Sox versus Pirates? Well, Keller's given up 50% runs in his starts. Pavetta's 14 runs in 23 innings. Yeah, I don't know, man. We're going to find a way to bet Mitch Keller. Thank you for bringing that up idea, Hunter. Maybe that is one we do. It's at minus 115. I like fading the Red Sox because you always get a good price, but I'm not quite sure. We got to bet that guy somehow, though. All right. Best bet. How about my 2 best bets cash yesterday? Orioles, baby. Orioles. Love it. All right. I gotta buckle in here and give them another best bet. Let me get focused here. 7th inning, coming to a stretch time. Here it is, fellas. Padres, Marlins. Padres, money line. Parlay that with Manea over 4 Ks. 4 plus Ks. 4 plus Ks. So over 3.5, however you want to call it. You get that at minus 110. Minus 110. Look, the Marlins are hitting, pull it up. think it is, that's the right-handed pitching tab. Left-handed pitch, 157. Hitting 157 versus left-handers. Manaea, they're striking out 28.2% of the time, which is 7th worst in the major leagues. Manaea should actually cruise through this, and expecting the Padres to have a nice bounce-back day against Cabrera. Cabrera's got some nice numbers, but I think he's going to struggle. Alcantara's on a whole, I mean, that guy's, he's the NL Cy Young winner, I think. By far, I think he's going to win the NL Cy Young. So I like the Padres money line. Parlay that with Manaea over 4+ Ks, and that's your best bet of the day at -110. What's yours today, Squirrel?
Oh, hey. My best bet, I'm not going to lie to you, it's a 2-unit play. It's a 2-unit. 2 units. You know, so like normally, whatever you bet on a game, times it by 2. Double that bitch. But it's not today. Game's not today.
Huh?
It's tomorrow. Oh, my best bet for today is a game for tomorrow. Buckle up, because we're doing it. Here we go. Remember yesterday?
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna predict it. We're taking the Mets with Scherzer over Odorizzi.
Yeah, dude.
There's a shocker.
Well, look at the damn game. All right, man.
You don't need to provide any analysis. That was your analysis. It's Scherzer versus Odorizzi. Here's your analysis.
Yeah, but tell them the odds. Tell them the odds, man.
Is this another one of yours? Get it at -150 today before it comes -230 tomorrow?
Basically, but it's -120.
Yeah, sign me up. Sign me up for Scherzer at -120.
Max Scherzer and the Mets -120 against Jake Odorizzi.
Sure. I'm sure I'll be on the Mets F5 team total tomorrow. Just the kind of player I am. But yeah, sure. Sign me up for the Mets.
Okay, well, you remember yesterday how I was looking at today's board and I said, hey, Jason, you can get Brandon Woodruff at +100 against the Dodgers, and you were all, I'm not going against the Dodgers. I'm not doing, oh, nope. And now today, it's -135 because of Brandon Woodruff. However, tomorrow, you can get Max Scherzer and the Mets at a -120 against Jake Odorizzi. Oh, dude, I mean, just,
all right.
You know, that line's going to take off. There's no way that's staying there.
No way.
No way. So I'm going 2 units to maximize the value of that play. So I guess that would be essentially 2.4 units to win 2 units. That should be a nice boost to my. That should be a nice boost to my little 5 units in a week thing. That's what I'm going for. And I started off with a 0.85 profit yesterday.
Now that you've got me looking at tomorrow's slate, I see we have Daniel Lynch against the Minnesota Twins.
Ooh.
I'm absolutely loving that.
Ooh. Yeah, but they were like, what, -175, I think I was looking.
I'm paying the run line on the Twins run line tomorrow. I'm doing it, whatever it is. All right. 8th inning now. We call it double play. We got to give you guys a parlay. I think my parlay smacked yesterday. I had Twins, Phillies, if I recall correctly. Twins, Phillies. At least I think. Or did I slip in the Padres? I think I did Twins, Phillies.
No, yeah, you did Twins, Phillies. I did Twins,
Phillies. Told you. Cash it.
What did I do? Twins, Dodgers?
Twins, Dodgers. Oh, yeah, Twins, Dodgers. Nice 4-0.
Did that cash? I don't even know.
Yeah, it did. Dodgers won 4-0.
I was playing a hockey game last night.
All right, here's your parlay today, fellas. You guys ready? I got 2. Why not just give the people 2? It's double play, parlay. Give them 2 parlays. Guardians, Padres. Yeah, everybody knows I like the Padres, like the Guardians. Even though I see runs being scored in that game, hopefully we can cash a good F5 over 4.5 at plus money. I still think the Guardians come out on top for all the reasons we know, right-handers, bullpens, yada, yada. The other one I like today, not as much. I think if you're only going to play one of these 2, I think you do play Guardians, Padres. But the other one's Cubs, Phillies. The reason I put these 2 together in a parlay, because these are the 2 bullpens I trust the least. So I just wanted to drop them in one parlay. So it's Phillies, Cubs, plus 150. All the advantages. Let's see if they can't come through for us. So Guardians, Padres, plus 140. Cubs, Phillies, plus 150. What parlay are you cooking up over there?
I'm going to give the people 2 parlays as well. One's for today, one's for tomorrow. Actually, there's 2 games for tomorrow that I think we should parlay now. And that is, obviously, the Mets. The next one, I'm going to take Framber Valdez and the Astros tomorrow at a -145 because I don't think it's really going to sit there either because Michael Kopech's on the mound with the White Sox against Framber Valdez. Do you like that? What do you think about that? Do you think it'll stay there?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's always going to be back in the Astros. I mean, they just have the
Exactly.
advantages.
So get it at the lower price now. I'm going to take that at a nice plus 209. Yes, that is it. And today, for today's games, because I know you need action. I know you need to get down on some things today. So
what are we
bored.
talking about? We're getting Rodon against we should make a lot of money tomorrow. Wednesday is going to be profitable.
Okay.
Holy hell.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Wait, Rodon where?
Tomorrow.
Oh. Yeah. Do that too. Or, bet all of it. Bet everything tomorrow.
This Twins run line is plus 130. Yeah, we're going to make some money tomorrow. We're gonna make some
exactly.
money. And we're making money
right.
today. We're making money tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like Robbie Ray against the Bad Angels, so I think I'll take a Mariners today. Let's see. What else? Oh, I'm going to take that over 8.5 in the Cubs and Nationals. That'll be my parlay to plus 193. Mariners and the over 8.5.
All right, let's give these guys our bets, our official bets. Why don't you go first? I actually don't have your screenshot.
Right.
I forgot to do that. So what are your bets?
Okay. Well, I'm going to think about the Astros. I'm going to think about whether I actually want to bet that one or not, just because of the reverse line move type of thing. Actually, though, I will start off with the over 8.5 in the Cubs and Nationals, so that's for sure going to get my money.
Okay.
And for sure, there was another one. What was it? Something I talked about. I don't remember, dude. Well, I'll say that for sure for right now as my best bet.
Okay.
And then let me look at the board. Go ahead and give yours if you have.
Yeah, let me throw my screenshot up. My best bets. I got 4 bets today so far, and we're going to add one to it. We've got to add the cash cow. Got to find a good way. Maybe the NRFI is the way to go, Hunter. Maybe his strikeouts under. Although, am I really going to lose another strikeout prop under? Lost yesterday's on the hook. I dropped in what's-his-face, Alex Cobb of the Giants, under 4.5. He wants to stick it to me and get 5. So, strikeout props have been really tough to me this season. But I'm going to do Manea to have 4+ Ks and Padres money line at minus 110. I will take that parlay I cooked up there with that Mets F5 team total. Parlay with a teaser line there and Rockies Cardinals minus 128. I do like that Twins Guardians. Or Tigers Guardians. I would like the Twins a lot better actually. If it was Twins Guardians, actually I would love that. I would like that a lot better if it was Twins Guardians. I'll still take the Tigers though. They're going to wake up against Plesac. They just saw him 5 days ago, so I'll take that. And then Greinke under 3.5 Ks at plus 101. And check me out on Twitter. The cash cow is getting my money. It will be a stretch if you see that one on Twitter. It'll have a little bit of justification, but we'll probably be throwing something on the wall to see if it sticks with that one. All right, let's jump on now into rapid fire. Let me jump into BetUS, pull up these lines. We'll talk about every single game from a money line, run line, and over-under perspective using live lines on BetUS. There's a link down in this video description if you want to get on over to BetUS and check out their fantastic sign-on bonuses or use some of that cryptocurrency that you guys got. Jump on over to BetUS. The first game is Phillies versus Reds, over-under of 9. Phillies minus 190, Reds plus 160. I'll take the Phillies run line. Phillies run line. Man, the Reds are bad.
Would you be opposed to another over 9.5 today? Same bet as yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, just give it to me in the F5. Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna roll with that.
Okay. Padres and Marlins up next. Padres minus 145 on BetUS. Marlins plus 125 with an over/under of 7.5. I'll take Padres at minus 145. I'm fine with that.
I'll take Marlins at a plus 130.
All right. Marlins. All right, nice. Rays and Yankees. Rays plus 145. Yankees minus 170. Over/under of 7. I'll take the under 7.
I'll take the Rays.
I love it. I love
and
the Rays.
They are
love the under.
plus 145, I see right now, I think. I don't know if that's the best line. Let me grab the best line for you, and that would be at a plus 150 if you have bet 365.
Cubs and Nationals up next with an over/under of 8.5 on BetUS. Cubs minus 165, Nationals plus 140. Yeah, I'll be on that over with you. Sign me up.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't feel like taking a side, so the over 8.5. Yep.
Red Sox versus Pirates, over-under of 8.5. We got minus 140 for Pavetta and the Red Sox at plus 120 for the cash cow and the Pirates. I will take, man, I wish the Red Sox were just a touch better versus right-handers right now. If they were hitting like 270, 275 versus right-handers, I would jump over them. But the Pirates aren't that bad. The Pirates actually have a better bullpen in the last 10 days. And they're not that far off from hitting versus right-handers. I'm going over. The Pirates are going to show up today. Pavetta's trash. I'm taking the over 8.5.
I think the Pirates are going to show up too, and so does the sharp money. And at plus 120, I will grab the Pirates on the money line.
All right, Pirates on the money line for you. We have Orioles and Blue Jays with an over-under of 8.5. Orioles come in at plus 175. Blue Jays at minus 205 with their ace Manoah on the mound against Kremer there of the Orioles. I'm assuming the Orioles are going to keep hitting because that's what they do. So I'm taking the Orioles plus 175. Sign me up. They got the better bullpen. They got the better offense. They do not have the better starter, but I'll take 2/3 of the advantages and, hope Kremer
This is a game I'll play the under 8.5, actually.
Under 8.5 for you. We got Tigers and Guardians with an over-under of 8. Tigers at plus 185. Guardians at minus 215. I'll take that Guardians run line at minus 105.
I'm with you.
You're with me? All right.
Yep.
All right. I screwed up those messages there in the chat. Mets and Braves with an over-under of 9. We get Mets plus 135. Braves minus 155. Again, over-under of 9 on BetUS. I'm taking the over again. I like the over yesterday. I cashed the over yesterday. Going right back to the over again.
I'll take it too because now, compared to yesterday, I think it would have been Strider and whatnot. The pitching is significantly worse than yesterday then, and you have top elite offenses. This would be a spot I would take an over compared to yesterday. Yesterday you got the over because it was a 13-1 game, right?
What? Are you hating on my winner? What? What are you doing over there? You got the over because it was 13-1. No, I got the over because they went over the damn run total, which I said it was because the stats justified it. That's why I got the over to cash.
Oh, okay.
That's why I didn't back the Mets. That's why I backed both teams because they both have a top 10 offense versus right-handers. You don't know who's going to show up, but you know one of them's likely to show up. Taking over again today. What are you talking about? And they're going to go from seeing Strider, to your point, he pretty much releases the ball and it's already on the bat. Well, Charlie Morton's going to have this slow curveball, and they're just going to go ping. Smack it right out of the park.
All right, over.
Over. Love it. All right, Royals and Twins are up next with an over-under of 8. Royals plus 165. Twins minus 195. It's Greinke versus Gray. I'm taking that Twins run line at plus 105.
Hold on. I accidentally hit the back button, so now I go. Oh yeah, Greinke. Yeah, Greinke. I'm with you. I'm with you on the run line. I'll take my home team on the run line.
All right, moving through rapid fire, we've got the Rockies and Cardinals up next with an over-under of 8. I'm seeing plus 195 on BetUS for the Rockies. Cardinals minus 230. You know I'm taking the over. Two teams that crush left-handed pitching. Easy
Absolutely.
over.
Generally, the only thing that would make this matchup better is if the Rockies were at home, right? But
it'd be at over 12. It'd be the same thing, right? Instead of betting over 8, you'd be betting over 12.5. Same general number.
Yep. Same general number between 8 and 12.5.
Right. Isn't that crazy?
Okay.
That thin air in Denver is worth 4 runs? Because it would be. You know that would be at 12.5.
I know it would. Crazy. I know. Absolutely.
Crazy. All right, let's move it along here. We have Athletics and Rangers with an over-under of 8. Athletics plus 110. Rangers minus 130. I actually kind of looked at the NRFI in this game, to be quite honest, for a second.
Oh, wow.
Struggling offenses. I like Sears. He was in that Yankees bullpen for much of the season.
He came from the Yankees, right?
Yeah, he was part of the Montage trade. I'm taking under 8. Give me under 8.
Okay. I'm gonna just straight up skip the game because I just, I don't wanna. However, the game did come in your favor. The game came out at 9 and is now 8.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's keep running through rapid fire. We've got some questions coming in. We'll circle back and catch these questions here at the end. We've got Astros White Sox with an over-under of 7. Astros minus 125, White Sox plus 105. I'm taking the under, of course. I don't want to try and pick a winner, but if these two guys deal and these two guys want to show off their Cy Young candidacy, under will cash very, very easily.
Sorry, I was replying to something. What game?
You're already on the Astros money line. Are you changing it? Are you going with an over or an under?
I'm not changing it, but I don't know if I'm actually betting it. That's the thing. So,
nice.
I don't know. I think there's value attached to the number, but the reverse line move thing scares me. So I'm not really interested in losing units to some like weird stuff.
Dodgers, for the third time this season, have now been an underdog. For the third time, they are 1-1 heading into this matchup as an underdog for the third time. They're plus 115 on BetUS against the Brewers at minus 135 with an over-under of 8. I'm taking the Dodgers, so when the Brewers come in and blow the wind there for Woodruff, I can look good holding on to that Dodgers at plus 115. Sign me up.
I would have taken the Brewers yesterday at a plus 100. I don't want to take a minus 135 now when I like plus 100. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm trying to give out those bets for tomorrow with the Mets 2-unit, the Astros, and potentially something to do with Rodon or whatever. But, yeah, catch the early value and don't overpay for something like this now. But I'll say the Brewers, but I don't like it at the current odds, if that makes sense.
Mariners and Angels, over-under of 7.5. Mariners minus 175. Angels plus 150.
I feel comfy with Robbie Ray. What's the run line at here? Plus 100? Minus 105. So you're getting 70-cent reduction.
Taking...
Boy. Do you do a run line on the Mariners, or do you take the money line on the Mariners?
I'm taking run line. It's rapid fire. I'm taking the run line.
Okay. All
right, then the last game is out in San Fran. It's Diamondbacks Giants, over-under of 8, plus 105 versus minus 125 for the Giants. Kelly versus Junis. I'm going over 8. Over 8. Kelly's just been flirting with danger, it seems like. He's going to get lit up today against this Giants team. We still know the Diamondbacks have a top 10 offense versus right-handers. Didn't show up last night, lost a bet. So what? It happens. I still like them today. They're still doing good against right-handers. So, all right, over 8 for me.
I'll take the Giants on the money line.
All right, let's jump into these comments and let's catch these. We've got Matt Lawrence. What's up, Matt? Thanks for the question. We've got you saying Jeffrey Springs over 4.5 Ks. As I'll say to this, the Yankees have the 6th worst batting average versus left-handers. They're only hitting 192, and you want to add in a strikeout rate of 23.2% versus left-handers. I think that does come in over 4.5 Ks there for Springs, like that question. We've got PMJR saying Twins -0.5 in the F5. Sure. Sign me up. I like that one. I like the Twins to win the game. Nicholas here says, any thoughts on Greinke under 1.5 walks? I love that right there. Just to expand on maybe why I like it even more, the Twins right now have the, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th worst walk percentage in Major League. They only draw 6.3% of their plate appearances end in a walk. That is 6th worst in the Major Leagues. We know Zach Greinke's got excellent control. Yep, Nicholas, I like Zach Greinke under 1.5 walks. Hunter likes the Diamondbacks as an underdog. Sure, I definitely get behind that.
I wouldn't, and the only reason I just typed it in the chat. I don't know if you can see it now at this point, but the only thing I don't like on the Diamondbacks is that line from an opening of -120 down to a +108 currently at FanDuel, being the best line anyway. Giants opening at even, moving to -120. It's about 50-50 in the money distribution. I'm on smack dab, like exactly even. But when you put the Giants at home, and with what you were talking about with Kelly, I don't know. I do. I get the guttural feeling of the Giants. Not that I have systems on it, but the line movement would not be in favor of the D-backs at all for you.
All right. There it is. There's Tuesday's show right here on the payoff pitch. Good day. We both turned a profit yesterday. I think I've got 4 bets that'll turn a profit today. I've even got 2 Champions League bets today as well. So if you're interested in betting any Champions League here, let me just give those bets out. I've got Rangers, PSV. Both teams are scoring over 2.5 at plus money. And the other one I did was Bo Doe, team total over 5.5 corners at -110. So hop on those two winners right there in the Champions League. Roll those profits into tonight's baseball action. We got 4 bets going on. And then make sure you hop over to hockeysquirrel.com so you can find out which bets he's going to add to that over there in Cubs and Nationals over 8.5. He'll surely add something to it. You got to go over to hockeysquirrel.com to find out. All right, guys, enjoy your Tuesday. Come back tomorrow. It's everybody's favorite day. It's Wednesday. We'll see you then, fellas.
See you later.